They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On third down, Berger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, that was the safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. On play action, they'll throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll be knocked down sideways. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And now here's a carry heading left. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game. Plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first. Play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And some room to work. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, and when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
To throw on second down. Berger over the middle, complete. That's Larson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To throw on third down. Berger. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Looking to throw on second down. Berger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
To throw on second down, Berger. His throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go.
Operating from the gun, Berger. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw on second down. Berger. A swing pass caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. They'll run it with Kamara. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And that makes it a 9-point game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here we go with 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard right at the line of scrimmage. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top, as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They start the second half with Kamara. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
All right, here we go.
To throw on second down. Berger over the middle here to Brown. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go, Leopard.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Berger, he's going to air one out. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
No, check. Patriot. What's in that party? Let's go.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. Room to run past midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, there's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Throwing on first down. Berger. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Raekwon McMillan in there to drop him. And his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Looking to throw. Berger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
That didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. On second down, Kamara. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
To throw on second down. Berger got his man complete over the middle. It's Bryant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a handoff looking right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Looking to throw on second down. Berger over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. 3-19.
From the gun, Berger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. 3-19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. It's a gain of 4 that time, and that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They come out here in the aisle. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, And an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the two defensive tackles in a four-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. From the midfield stripe, they look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Fights, and this is caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2.
All right, here we go.
He's back to throw, and it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Second down following the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never say never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Here's a toss coming right, and he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Buccaneers, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head